Okay, good morning, it's Gamma's World. What's up? What's up, Miss Usilla? Deborah Silver says good. Deborah Silver say good morning, Justice in chat. God is good. Yes, He is all the time. Hope to be checking out this hospital on Monday. Please keep me in prayer. Hope that everything goes well. Well, definitely lifting you up in prayer, Deborah Silvers. Hope all is well. God is good and He got you. So we just gonna continue to pray for you. Okay. Thank you letting us know what's going on, that you're in the hospital. So definitely you get out there soon. It's going to happen. How's everybody doing this good Saturday morning? I hope God has found you and yours well. I'm good. Just stopping by to say good morning to everybody. Good Saturday morning. Um, yeah, not a lot going on. Just checking out the news and stuff, seeing how everybody is doing. I didn't come back on yesterday afternoon. Just getting things done, y'all. Getting things done. So yeah. Had two doctor's appointment this week. My doctor told me I need to get some more sleep. Um, I need to sleep more because I've been what now? Not going into too much detail. But yeah, says I need to get a little bit more sleep. I need to go to bed a little bit more early. I said, well, I nap when I catch a nap during the day sometimes, but sometimes I go to bed and I pop right back up. So, but yeah, that's just my clock, y'all. Um, but still got a good night's sleep. I'm still feel good, but she says I need more sleep, more than 5 hours, more than 6 hours of sleep, which that is real, cause sleep does affect, not having enough sleep does impact your heart, does impact your brain. Your body needs, the cells need to regenerate. So sleep is definitely important, especially at our age. So I am going to try to incorporate a little bit more sleep somehow, somewhere. I'm gonna try to make that, but I do try to get naps. But yeah, so that's what's going on. Hit the like button as you come in. This is Justice Reacts. Um, yeah, no, same though, same old. Just reading the news a little bit. Uh, I see they got the concentration camps going. Uh, ICE just took over a camp over a detention center, so now I'm calling it a concentration camp because I do call ICE Gestapo. So now they're taking over the detention center here in America, which is private. So a lot of people is making a lot of money off of this, y'all. These private contractors opening up these detention centers. And I kept wondering, all right, so we know this is private. We know people that are building these are people building these things and getting government contracts and stuff just to maintain these centers. So, yeah. Grand Rising, beloved, how are ya? Good morning, Denise Pratt, how are ya? Good morning. So not too much going on. I know I did look up, guys, what happened in Michigan. Iran did attack a medical did a cyber attack on a medical equipment company in Michigan, I believe it was. Um, It says NBC News says Iran appeared to have conducted a significant cyber attack against a U.S. company. At first since the war started. So we did have a cyber attack. Also, they hacked the American company, which is Striker, which is a headquarters in Michigan. So it was in Michigan, and they produce a medical equipment and technology. And what Iran tends to do in their cyber attack is wipe records clear. They like their attack involved wiping shit clean. I'm good and hope all is well with you. Okay, beloved. All is good, all is well. Thank you so much. what they tend to do is their cyber attacks tend to uh, wipe things out, and they've been pretty successful. So that's one of the things I talked about is these attack on technology, um, and they've been pretty proficient and pretty successful. Y'all remember about 3 years ago when our computers got, well, I was at work and everything got like all the computers were like shut down for a minute or two. I don't know if that was a practice to see, and the only thing that came up, I believe, was Delta. Delta Airlines, I believe, recovered faster than any other airlines, right? And at that time, I'm thinking that was a practice to see how well we can recover from a cyber attack. Who can come up online the quickest, how long we're going to be down, and what major infrastructure are going to be hit. So it's still some concerns. It's still a lot of concerns about the cyber attack because that's the war of the future. Really, we might put foot in the grounds, but the war of the future is drones and cyber attack, and probably biological warfare, where you don't even have to put a lot of soldiers in many places. You use drones and all types of satellite and shit to hit people's country and cyber attacks. So, yeah, I'm good and hope all is well. Then you had the attack at the synagogue in, I believe that was also Michigan. Um, but that wasn't Iran. That was a lone wolf. But I believe he may at some point. He was Lebanese, but he was a national. He was given his citizenship years ago. So he was a U.S. citizen, naturalized U.S. citizen that received his citizenship, but he was from Lebanese. He died. His car was full of boom booms, and I guess he died on impact. Um, but his intentions was to cause as much damage as possible. But I believe the rabbi, which was a female, everybody else was safe. I think only a security officer got hurt. Yeah, chemical warfare, beloved, was chemical warfare, biological, because you can put that in a suitcase and just you can deploy that anyhow, anywhere, right? You got people that can walk around with a suitcase, a vial or something, throw that vial somewhere, and that's it. It doesn't take much to expose the community to chemical warfare or biological warfare, right? And taking a drone a drone here in the United States with sleeper cells. That don't take much at all. We have made, and this was the biggest fear. We have made very easy for attacks. We don't have to watch it come from water, over land, or over from other countries. It just set it off right here. Uh, yeah, they can just set it off right here. You got so many people with so many. I mean, our technology today. You can ask Chat GPT to do anything, and they're gonna get and it will do it. It will give you the instruction how to do this and how to do that, and it will ask you questions. Now, Chat GPT will question you about certain things, but if you want to know what to do, Chat PT, Chat GBT. Y'all know I know what I'm talking about. Perplexity. Uh, I mean, it's right there. Your kids could become a damn scientist with Chat GPT. Hell, with Chat GPT, you can be anything you want to be, right? So the technology, the information system is out here, so people don't really have to go far anymore for anything. But just keep, like I said, that was crazy. That was crazy. Um, but that's the only thing I've been really seeing in the news. Locally, I mean, other than a couple things, um, you know, I guess, a lot of people just like, wow, it's just too much. It could be overwhelming. A lot of people I know choose not to watch the news because it's just too much. It's just too much. And with everything going on, I guess it would behoove people to just take a break sometime. Just know what you need to know and be careful the information people are putting out here. I, for one, I have to double check. If I'm not sure, I'm gonna say let me go back. But people are putting information out here that is not true. It sounds good, but fact check, fact check, fact check, fact check me. Don't let fast talkers just let you tell you anything. The best thing to do in this world today, because so many people are fast talkers, and fact check me. Definitely fact check me as well. You got to go. You just can't take people's word because it sounds good. It feels good to the ears. I'd rather you fact check and go get the information for yourself. Find your own resources if you want to know. Because, in my opinion, a lot of times people just say shit just because it sounds good and probably figure nobody's going to fact check them. And that's crazy. That's crazy. Fact check, fact check. People may laugh at me and call me a Googler, but I rather Google and chat GPT and perplexity things just to make sure that my information is right. And then I go to several sources just to confirm. Uh, but yeah, definitely fact check out here, guys, because it's crazy out here. It's crazy. What else is going on? I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. If y'all got any plans for the day, it's sunny today out here. A beautiful day, a beautiful sun. The sun is shining. We had rain. It was cool yesterday. It's not too bad today. I was able to go outside and take Kobe for a walk in just a short sleeve shirt. It wasn't that bad at all. Um, so I hope everybody can get out and enjoy their day. Um, Let me make sure I got all the messages in. I see Gamma's here. I know Gamma, aka Get Your Big Ass Up. Y'all follow Gamma on her weight loss journey and funds and game and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, it's I'm gonna get out here today. Probably gonna. I know I gotta take Kobe to the vet tomorrow. Um, I'm gonna get out here today and just get in the sun today. I don't know exactly where I want to go, but I'm gonna be out here today. Um, it's beautiful outside. So you guys, if you get an opportunity to get out, enjoy some beautiful weather where you are, and hopefully you do all have beautiful weather. I know some of you still dealing with the cold. But if you're able to get out, enjoy the day, enjoy Saturday. Um, yeah. Um, That's my plan. Oh, let me tell you guys, I did that gumbo I bought from Harris Teeter. Y'all remember I told y'all I bought some pre-made gumbo in a pouch. I heated up, okay? So let me tell y'all about this gumbo. It had to grow on me because the first taste was like dishwater. I'm like, what I would think dishwater would taste. It had this just off-putting taste. But as I guess after stirring up a little bit, the flavors start to come out spicy. It's tasty, but would I buy it again? How I would buy that again? If I wanted to have a base for a gumbo, I would use that. I would doctor that up. If I wanted to cheat and use a base, that's how I would use that. I would doctor it a little bit. I would buy some chicken and some shrimp. If I didn't want to do anything from scratch, that could probably that could probably work as your starter. Um, Adding some chicken and some shrimp to it, some sausage to it. Buy about 2 quarts of it. Cheap. Yes, Redness, have fun on your road trip. Oh, wait a minute. Hey, Redness, up and out on a quick road up to visit family. Okay, be safe. Enjoy the family. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, road trip today. Beloved suggests I'm the same way. I research everything from different sources. Most definitely. We have snowstorm coming tomorrow. Wow, Gamma, y'all. Keep it up there in the Midwest. Good morning, Seratness. Thanks, Justice. No problem. Yeah, I forgot. You guys will have snow until April. But anyway, you guys will have fun. It'll be over soon. June will be here soon, Gamma. June will y'all be over the cold in June. I swear, y'all. In my head, it don't get really warm in Chicago. Well, she's in Michigan. She's in Wisconsin, but I promise you, I didn't feel it really got warm in Chicago until about the second week of June, when it was consistently warm. But other than that, yeah, long 9 months of winter. 9 months of winter. I don't care what they say. Illinois got 9 months of winter. Come on, June. Yeah, Gamma. June will be here soon. Second week in June is when I feel it gets really warm and consistently warm. Uh, Serenity says, Justin, I'm ready for some blue crabs. Yeah, you want to get some? Crabs are going to come out about May, June. It'll be priced right. May you can start getting them, but the price should start really adjusting itself about June. You should starting to get crabs really, really good, because the water will be a little bit warmer and they'll come in from the sea. But that's when you really can get some crabs. I can't wait. I'm gonna get me some blue. I gotta go get me some. I hadn't had a garlic crab. I hadn't taken a ride to get garlic crab in about a few months. It was nice here in New York for 3 days, and yesterday it was freezing. Wow. Yeah, we had freezing temperature 2 days ago. It was like, damn, it was 40 something degrees, beloved. Hey, Willette Lee, how are you? How you doing, Willette Lee? Yeah, so yeah. So that gumbo, it's good. It's okay, but it needs a little bit doctoring. So if you don't make gumbo, and I would say the seasoning is enough to get a head start in, if you needed some type of flavor profile to start from. I would just say get some chicken from rotisserie chicken, pull the skin off, pull it from the bone, drop it in there, get you some shrimp, drop it in there, cut up some sausage, brown the sausage first. I wouldn't put raw sausage in there. Everything, other than the shrimp, I would add the shrimp raw, but I would brown the sausage up first, and kind of bake your little chicken and throw it in there, and I think it'll work. Um, that's the only way I would buy it again if I was going to doctor it up a little bit, add a little bit of slap your mama to it. But the season, it's okay. Good morning, Anel Furman. How are you? Yes, same here. Had a little snow sprinkle in the night before. Unbelievable. Hey, Anel, says Gamma's World. So yeah, yeah. So um that's what happened there, y'all. So it wasn't bad, but like I say, I wouldn't buy it again until I was going to do some doctoring with it, because uh, yeah, it's a little cheap. But that's it. Really, not a lot going on. Not a lot going on. Kobe is sleeping, and I gotta call his name really low, because if he hears his name loud, y'all know what? he has He can tell me when he wants water. He actually can let me know he wants water, because I keep the water container that I give him water from up on the counter. Who is it? Who is it? One moment, y'all. All right, guys, I'm back. That was the mailman. Hi. Oh, all praises to the high most. Y'all know I can't. All praises to the high most for me. Okay, if I don't know if I said it right. I'm gonna go back to that part B. It's Gamma's world. I can't get my glasses on. Uh, yeah, but that's what's going on, guys. That's what's happening. The weather's beautiful. Life is good. Um, yeah, yeah. I'm holding on to God's unchanging hand in the kitchen, getting ready to whip up some breakfast. I didn't even have breakfast this morning, and I didn't even make a cup of coffee. I don't know what's going on. I guess the medication is working its way in, but I didn't even get up and make breakfast this morning, y'all. But I am gonna go make me a cup of coffee. I have to take care of some business. Um, but yeah, good morning in the safe zone. How are you? How are you? Nice to see you coming in, y'all. Check it out, it's in the safe zone. It's in the house. 1922. Also a content creator. Well, Lee, you better say that. Unchanging hands. Most definitely. Most definitely. Let's see what else. I had somebody come in my chat. I'm gonna block people that come in my chat and ask stupid questions. Um, and I'm gonna say this right quick because, I'm good, y'all. But this person called Lele came into my chat and asked me a question. She said, "So you're saying that you are a truant officer?" And I'm gonna say this right now. Let me say something. And because I answered her, and then I'm gonna go back and delete it. If I was a truant officer, what would be the big deal? If I was, and if I wasn't, what would be what? How would that change anything in your life? How would me being a truant officer impact you or anything else? Since you took the time to ask, so you're saying that you're a truant officer. If I was, how would that change anything? And let me tell you something. And the one thing I can say about truant officers is if I was one, I would be proud to be one. But I'm not. Why? Because they do the job that most parents can't really do. And the parents need their help sometimes in getting their kids into school. And the truant officer, yes, they got to go to these homes. They got to find these kids. They got to get your child back in school so they can have an education. Because if you fail and you can't manage to get your own child back into school, the truant officer, they come in and they get to talk to your child and they bring in procedures that maybe most people don't want to see, but is a last effort in order to keep this child in school to ensure they get an education. All right? So those names, the things that y'all making fun of, it doesn't make sense. They need truant officers. And I'm so sorry that I sat there and go, oh, no, 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 I'm not a truant officer, but yes, that's a necessary job. And most people can't get it. Most people won't qualify for the position. Okay? There is a required skill. You just can't just be a truant officer. Okay? It requires experience and it requires some degree of communication skills, education, because you are going to be sitting in a courtroom. You are going to be presenting documents. You are going to be interacting with family members, judicial systems, DSS in different places. So no, it's just not a job where you go sit. Truant officers do not take attendance. They're not responsible for taking attendance. That's not what a truant officer does. Okay? They don't. That's an attendance clerk. That's the attendance clerk and teachers that monitors and take attendance. But they don't. Truant officers don't even take attendance. Okay? Attendance clerk don't take attendance. Okay? Teachers take attendance. Then they submit the information to the attendance clerk. The attendance clerk put that information out to the necessary people out there. When a child fails to come to school after a period of time, when a child fails and the parent fails to get the child in school and the child has broken all possible plans and goals and failed to listen, that is when the truant officer becomes involved. That is when the truant officer gets involved, and then they go to the home and then they seek out the parents and the child, and then they do the work to bring the child into the courtroom. That is a truant officer. Okay? If you don't know what it is, and more power to the truant officers out there, because it's a lot to go out there to find your kids that you can't manage to control, but they will come and help you. So more power to the truant officers out there. They got a hell of a job to do. And it's a pretty decent job. And it's a really good job. It's a job with purpose. It's a job that takes somebody that really wants to help. Okay? It's a job with a purpose. It's a dedicated job. Okay? So if I was a truant officer, I would be very proud to say I was one. But I'm not. Hey, Sarat. Hey, Beautiful Heel. Beautiful Heel agreed. Let me see. Because what? Just as whether a truant officer or a hamburger flipper, your life reflects only what some of them wish they could reflect. This is why I can't argue with these people. Most definitely. Good morning, Sheila Norris. And I refuse to, I'm not going to even argue with them. I'm just laying out the facts. I'm just laying out the facts. Because like I said, if you were going to be flipping burgers, be the best hamburger flipper you could be. Because whatever you put into it is going to, as beautifully healed, is going to reflect you. Because you got people that won't even flip a burger, will go get a job at a hamburger place, won't even do it. Will sit there and make people's life hell at the damn job. So yeah. So it's always going to reflect on you. It's always going to reflect on you. Because like I said, there's some people that will be the best at what they do and it will pay off for them. So if they happy flipping burgers and it's making their life and it's paying their bills, flip the hell out of a hamburger. Flip the burger as long as if flipping a burger is taking care of you and your family and you getting up there and you proud to be flipping a burger, flip your burgers. If it's taking care of you, flip it. Same thing. If you're a garbage man, be the best garbage man out there. I am sure there are many dealing with them, and because of their, I'm sure there are many dealing with them because of their children. Yeah, you can probably tell by most of the behaviors out here. They're dealing with truant officers and have dealt with them. But it's no shame, because I'm pretty sure on here, on this live, probably in this sector, you may have people that are truant officers, maybe have family members that are truant officers. And guess what? They're doing the damn job. They're doing the job. Exactly. I know people making 40,000 doing better than people in making six figures. Most definitely. Most definitely. Is what you do with it. There are a lot of people that make six figures and can't figure themselves out of a wet paper bag, struggling more than anybody else. Okay? Somebody make 40, they know how to use it, they know how to make it work, and they're living happy. And they're happy with their life making 40,000. They're happy with their life making 50. And if they're serving the purpose and they're getting their things done and they're getting up in the morning and they're happy making their 40, 50, 60, $70,000 a year, God bless them. But we know people that make hundreds of thousands a year and probably unhappy as hell. Don't even know how to manage it. We've seen people take their lives making six figures, millionaires. Didn't even love life. Didn't love life enough. Didn't care. Couldn't handle it. Took their own life because of it and had the money, had the homes, had everything. Okay? But still wasn't happy. Still wasn't content. Then you got a person that getting up here, going to McDonald's or going to clean a house or going to be a truant officer, a school teacher, whatever. And you know what? They love it. They love what they do for a living. And it take care of the business and they're serving their purpose. Because that's what they were here to do. And if they're happy doing it, so be it. Some of the most underpaid people are working in jobs because of what? Passion and love for it. Some of the most teachers are not making the money that teachers make. Oh my God, for what they have to deal with on a daily basis. For what a teacher has to deal with on a daily basis. They're one of the most underpaid profession in the world is a teacher. To listen to some of these things they got to go through, they have to it doesn't make a difference in the job or money if you don't have the right mindset. Most definitely, as long as the burger is cooked well, for me, okay, says Butter Cookie. Money management, says Sweet and Sassy. Thank you, Talisha. How you doing? What's up, Sweet and Sassy? So just keep doing what you're doing. Sometimes, there are people that their purpose is to sit and take care of their kids at home, whatever. You never know. But if you're happy and you doing what you need to do and you're serving that purpose, no matter what it is, you know your purpose. You'll find that it is. And it may not be. You can't measure your purpose next to mine. Okay? I know people driving Uber doing better than some people that have to go sit in an office all day. Okay? There are people driving Uber and Lyft making a hell of a living out of it and doing really well. Okay? So when you knock people doing shit like that, okay? Okay? There are people out here doing jobs that, and they're happy. They don't have to clock in on nobody else's clock. There are people that will get out here and hump it just not to punch somebody else's clock. You understand me? There are people out here that will get out here and hump it 16 hours a day just not to punch somebody else's clock. Okay? They're like, hell no, I'm not punching nobody's clock. And I'm going to get out here and I'm going to hump it because I'm not going to be tied down to nobody else's clock. And those people got that oomph in them to get out and they going shh. So, mm-mm. Yes, God will take that little bit of money and make it so you living as a millionaire. What you say, Butter Cookie? Say it again. Say it again, Butter Cookie. Y'all better hear, Butter Cookie. God can take what looks like a little in everybody else's eyes and you living like a millionaire. No stress, no worries. Your bills are paid. You coming home and you're good. Your family, you're happy. Okay? I don't know. I know that's right. I pray daily I ain't got to go back to the 9 and 5. I tell you what. Them people that get out there and say, you know what? I am going to create my own business. More power to. I told my brother, he's an entrepreneur. He said he want everybody to be an entrepreneur. I said, boy, that ain't for everybody. But that's for you. that is for you because he got this mindset that, man, if once you become your own boss and you become your creator and you start creating things, you don't know how not to lose anymore because guess what? All you know is how to rebuild. All you know, if you do lose, you rebuild. You don't quit. That's the mindset of an entrepreneur. He has that mindset. There is always room to rebuild. If you have lost, you learn to rebuild. You learn to create. You take what you know and you create again. That's the mindset of an entrepreneur. They just keep going. There is no stop. They're gonna create one thing after the other. One thing after they're gonna see money coming from anything. Let me rebuild, let me create this. Let me go do this. Let me add to this. And but I may look, boy, hold up. His mind is, poof, I'm gone. So yeah, so each of us got our own purpose out here. We'll find our way. I used to say the same thing, Justice. Entrepreneurs is not for everyone, and I still believe that is a sense. But now, baby, I don't see it no other way. It's not for everybody. It's not. You got to have. It's something there. I told my brother, I'm good what I do, right? I'm good. Now going out and drive Uber, yes, I'll do it again. But what he has done and what I've seen other people do, man, you more power, more power. It's not for everybody. My brother's a big fan of Rich Dad Poor Dad. If anybody's an entrepreneur out there, read Rich. I think it's Rich Dad Poor Dad. He promote the hell out of that book. Um, and I said, well, I read a little bit insert from it, and I'm like, well, it says it's not for everybody. It's not being an entrepreneur is not for everybody. It's just something in that person, but it's not. And he won't go back to anything. That's what he knows. Entrepreneurship is definitely not for everyone, and that's including me. I never had the desire, and I told him that because see, his thing is air. He wants all his kids to go into business, own their own business. That's he can't stop that. Everybody, anytime you gotta open your business. You gotta start your business. Start your business. I get to a point I'm like, boy, everybody don't want to do that. It's not for everybody. Not everybody is going to do that. I'm good with coming in right now and punching a clock or coming in whatever I gotta do. I don't want to be an entrepreneur. I don't want to be a business owner. I don't. That little doing that little Uber and Lyft, that's good enough for me. But will it be? Yes, it has to be in you, and the drive must be there. It has to be a drive. It's something in people that are business owners that are driven, because you become driven. It is that drive, and it's different. You got to be ready to put it all on the table. You gotta be ready you gotta be ready just to put it all out on the table. You gotta be ready to there gonna be times when you will not sleep. There will be times when you got like running his business when nobody else is there, guess who got to be there? When nobody else is there, people call off, guess who got to be there? Guess who gotta run the guess who may not have no vacation time? You may not have time when this thing first. There ain't no money for you in the first part of it. Everything goes into the business. You may not see a profit for years. I'm not a risk taker, and you have to be a risk taker to be an entrepreneur. Most definitely, working for others, you can lay back and know the money's coming in. Working for yourself, you got to go get it. It can be draining, especially if you have family. Good morning, Trikel. Yeah, because I listen to him. And there are times when family members got to jump in, his wife got to jump in. If he had, she got to jump in and she has her own job. But the kids his son jumps in, and so there's time when you got to bring your family in. Um, there's time when you got to hump it. You got to go. When nobody else going to be there, you got to be there. When somebody call off, Well, guess what? You got to get on that line. So it's not for everybody, but whatever your purpose is, whatever makes you happy, whatever you're doing in life, right? There are people that will be the best housewives and best parents to their kids. Their purpose will be to be at home, right? Taking care of their kids, taking care of their grandkids. They're serving a purpose, and they're making it, right? So you have so many people with so many different purposes out here, and it may not look like the traditional like everybody else do out here, right? So yeah, sick and all about this bootstrap up for sure. Yeah, yeah, sick. You don't get that time off. You don't get that time when you're an entrepreneur. But here, I'm the worker bee. I always call myself a worker bee. Um, that's what I do. That's what I do, and I love what I've done. I've loved the opportunities that was giving me. I've been blessed with. Make no bones about it. I've been truly blessed, and I love every opportunity I was given out here, and every career I have chosen to be in. And we all have our purpose, and some of us will find our way, and we may make changes along the way. Uh, I've done several different jobs along the way, and each and every one was a period where I knew I was supposed to be at that time, and I make no bones about it. Make no bones about it. I've uh, always been blessed. So, yeah. But that's it. So I just came out and say, whatever I do, it won't serve anybody else any purpose to really, uh, you know, shouldn't, and if I was, so what? And if I'm not, so what? That's all I got to say. Just believe God got you for sure anyway it goes. Most definitely. Tell you what, when there are times when the only way you know it was God. I don't care what you do in this life. There are times when you know it wasn't you and you had nothing. You had to give him the glory for everything. And if you don't, I don't know what to say. Because I know for sure, I got to give him the glory for everything in my life. Everything from the places I have lived, the cars I've driven, the jobs I've had, the people that come in my life have been a blessing. I give God the glory for each and everything because I couldn't do it by myself. I promise you, a lot of things, more than a lot, could have never gotten it by myself. Had to be God. There ain't no way you can't tell me that. There is no way possible. And I'm telling you, man, there are things when man should have said no and God said yes. There are times when it should have been a no, but he said yes. There ain't no way. When they shut doors, he opened windows, he opened the ceilings, and it's a yes. And you know what it is. You know what time it is. You know. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. That's what I know. That's my experience. What's up, Drake Green? Happy Saturday morning. That is my experience. That's I just got to give him the glory for every step, everything that I have accomplished. Uh, and you got to know. There is no way possible you wouldn't know, cause you're like, huh? Oh, there've been times I'm like, what? Oh my God, are you serious? Nothing but God. Nothing but God. Nothing but God. Nothing but God. I promise you, nothing but God. So I've been here a long time. So, yep. Amen. Justice is in the safe zone. Yeah. That's it. That's it. I mean, gotta give him the glory. Gotta look back and just like, woo. Well, it had to be you, cause it sure wasn't me. It was God. It wasn't me because I would have upped that up. I would have upped that up. That had there was no way. But you know when it's him. You know, cause you look back and you look forward and you go, thank you, Lord. You know. So, I mean, many times in my life where things have happened and I question why and it doesn't reveal itself until months later. I'll tell y'all one story. I think I shared this story. I was working with the Department of Mental Health, and I was a clinical. At that time, I was just a clinical counselor, and the director came and offered me the position as a coordinator. And so I took the coordinator position, but I'm looking and I'm like, okay, I don't like jobs that just come with a title. I'm like, okay. I'm like, Lord, I like what I was doing, but I thought this job would be something else. I still love what I was doing, but since I got the opportunity, I took it, but it ended up being something else. It wasn't like what we had discussed. So time went on and time went on. And I'm like, Lord, did I make a mistake? I should have stayed where I was at. I don't like these duties. What's going on is different. I'm not doing what I used to do. I'm not, interacting with the clients like I used to. More of it is more administrative. Lo and behold, lo and behold, the position I was in, and if y'all know Medicaid, and if you know billing, Medicaid can write services out, right? So Medicaid came along and started taking a lot of the services that counselors were providing. And they're like, you can't provide this service anymore. You can't do this service anymore. You can't provide this type of service anymore. And Medicaid, when once Medicaid started rewriting their rules and provision of services and billing, because when you're a clinical counselor or counselor or therapist and you're not private in your state and you're under state with Medicaid, and that's why my friend went private, because she didn't want to deal with nothing with Medicaid. When you're going with Medicaid, that billing, those laws and those guidelines and billing become so tight. And man, I knew. I said, okay, Lord, you got me out the way. I didn't know what was coming down that pipeline because, man, people started being cut. Uh, because the billing, the services were Medicaid cut some of the services that you could provide the clients. Um, and so if they don't have the services, you can't bill. You can't provide services that are not allowed by Medicaid. So now you can't counsel. You can't provide this type of service. You can't do this type of group. You can't do this to this client. This client got to meet this standard. Now you can't bill. And if you can't bill, you can't get paid because your money, what you make, and this is based on your billing when you work for a state agency or a agency that uses Medicaid. You based on your productivity. And if you can't get your productivity, which reflects your money, they don't need your services. Because if you're not in the private sector, you're taking Medicaid services. Everybody was struggling. Counselors were struggling. They were trying to find ways to be creative. They were trying to get the clients in. The clients were stopped coming. So they had to go track down the clients, find the clients, and I'm like, okay, God. They were cutting people from the job. They didn't. I'm like, you moved me out the way. Let me sit my ass over here and be quiet and do my little task over here. uh, just I've been there, end up going back to school at 53 and obtained 2 associates and a bachelor in psychology and it's psychology and education. Graduated with honor with a 3.6 magna cum laude. Okay, beloved, congratulations. I've been in places and with people that I look back at and say thank you God for protecting me. Most definitely Butterscotch, butter cookie. Yes, Lord, it's called favor with God. Says where that league. Yeah, I got moved out the way. I'm like, oh my, I was so thankful. I didn't, I was like, God, why did I do this? Why did I take this position? I don't like this position. Why? Oh man. And, I was like, man, shoot. I want to go back to what I was doing. And I just realized, when you don't know and God steps in and you don't have a clue, it revealed itself later. It took a minute, but I was so grateful He moved me out the way when that stuff came down because people were struggling for their jobs and struggling for their position and trying to do more. And I'm like, thank you. Thank you. You know exactly what was coming down that pipeline. I said, no support or help but the favor of God. There you go, beloved. I had no support or help but the favor of God. There you go. Amen, beloved. Amen. And I can truly say I've been truly favored. I've been truly shown favor in a lot of things in life. I can't complain. I can't complain. So we just, like I said, and I gained some more clearly. We can't let people talk. Our, I realized, and maybe I was a part of that as well. Um, Let me say I can say this because I'm guilty of it. Let me go. When you hear and you get back and you settle down and you start to hear what you were a part of and what the things that you used to say, and now you got clarity in not knowing that, I'm not going to say didn't know right from wrong, but clear when you listen now and you out of the fog and you don't want to be in the fog no more and you want to, and you know that now that, hey, clarity, that ain't right, that when you sit here, my life, I can't talk. I can't want nobody's life to be worse than mine. Even though I come out and say, yes, I'm doing better, when I tell people I'm doing better than you, you can never sit at my table. I probably will never sit at your table, and you would probably never sit at mine in many ways. But I still say this, I'm different. I'm truly different. And to know that, I'm never ever feeling that, my where I'm at now in life, you know, to tell somebody that, hey, you can never do this, you'll never be that, um, you're this and that. I don't know anybody's real situation out here. And a lot of time it was just talk, just to have conversation, for drama purposes. But for real, we really don't know. I can't come out here and say somebody's life is just YouTube, funds is just YouTube funds. Um, Because I know for sure that, you know, people want to believe that people here that the only way they exist is YouTube. How did they exist before that? How were they managing for YouTube? How are people living before YouTube if YouTube is their only source of living now? Huh? You were always different from the start. That's why you see it now, says Butter Cookie. Thank you. Raising 2 sons, working full time, taking 16 credits at night was not a joke, but my faith in higher power was my motivation. There you go, beloved. When you want it and you desire it and you pray about it, it's going to work out, right? It's going to work out. It's never say it's going to be easy. It's a sacrifice, but when you get motivated and you get behind it, it's definitely going to work. It'll take time, but the end is the sacrifice you put into it. That time at night, the studying when everybody else is asleep. I remember that when people were asleep at night, I'm up here studying, and I'm like, I'd be so sleepy. And we would go on vacation, and I'm traveling with my laptop because I'm still in school. So I'm traveling with my laptop on vacation. I You don't, when you're in school working on your masters or whatever, you that don't stop. My brother came to see me in Chicago. He had two laptops, one for the job and one for the school. And y'all know he's working on his doctorate now. So yeah, you were always different from the start. Thank you. I appreciate that. But, we just gonna keep moving. I'm just gonna keep moving, uh, because like I said, we all different. I'm not like everybody out here, and everybody is not like me. And so no, everybody didn't come. Everybody from YouTube, people didn't get their start here. This is not going to define. YouTube does not define everybody's life. YouTube does not define somebody's purpose, nor anybody's riches, nobody's financial status. It's impossible. Everybody's out here but a 1099 trying to get their work in, and what they put into is what they get out. Um, that's it. But it doesn't define somebody. Um, you just were blindfolded from their cunning ways and just wanting to use you for your skills. I gotta put myself. I hear you, Butter Cookie, but I'm responsible for a lot of my actions out here. Nobody actually uh, made me do anything, led me. Everything I did, and I will always take ownership, was based on me because I'm not a follower. I don't follow people. Any and everything I did was by my choice. Um, I don't put this. I don't put my actions on nobody else but me. Um, I chose every day to get up, come on here, cut up, act out, do what I did by choice. Never ever by nobody else's hands or nobody else's means. It was me, completely me, doing what I wanted to do, getting paid to do it, and I did it. Um, And I did that, I give that to nobody but me. I made the decisions every day to come on here and cut up and to talk about the lady over there and to go back and forth. And, it was drama, and drama paid. And most of the time I was out here doing some good things as well. But I'm going to keep it real, keep it real. Um, but in the tune of things, I'm glad things happened the way it did. Um, and it in a way it was crazy, but it needed to happen. Um, and I'm glad it happened. Um, but it was for me. It was for me. So you know, but I will never be a follower. I'm never going to allow people. I don't think I was blind. I think I was just caught in the moment of doing what I wanted to do, because it was not only something to do. It was at that point in time, drama, and it was exciting to get out here and talk. And that's how I felt at the time. That's how I felt. It was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna say something too. Oh, I'm gonna come out here. I got something to say. Um, People can draw you in. Of course, it was your choice, but just judging from my experience and places and people I've been and making it through, yeah, yeah, you get drawn into a lot of different things, but in the end, you're making the ultimate decision. You can look at things, but you got to make the choice whether you allow yourself to be so far into it. Uh, in the end, we all adults. we make the decision how far we want to go and when we want to go, and then we make the decision when we decide, hey, you know what, this ain't what I want to do anymore. You know, I was my own content creator. Uh, I wanted to engage. I wanted to go back and forth. I wanted to have something to say, and I did, and it was on my behalf. You know, I was the one that wanted to do it, and not on anybody else's behalf, not on anybody else's. I wasn't doing it for no other content creator other than myself. That's how I did it. I did it for myself, not for any other content creator, not on behalf of any other content creator. Uh, I got out here every day, made a channel, didn't turn it off. Good morning, Granny K. So I don't give what I done to anybody. I don't give anybody any type of credit for my channel and the choices I made, whether good or bad. That was all me, right? I'm the one that got up in the morning, uh, and hopefully you had fun doing it. I enjoyed you. Yeah, it was fun. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, of course it was fun. Sometimes it was fun. I mean, it was entertaining. It was what it was. It was entertaining. It was in the moment. It was in real time at times, and you just, hey, it is what it is. It was just what it was. Um, but in the end, it just wasn't what um, it had to come to an end. Let's just say that it had to come to an end. No regrets. I'm glad that it ended, and it was ugly, but it had to come to an end. And yeah, it had to end, and no regrets. In the end, only thing I would say is, I wish I hadn't spent that much time in it. You look back and you go, damn, you really gave that much time. You came in here with black hair. Now your shit gray. You came in here with jet black hair. Now you gray. Gave all your time. You gave 4 years. 4 years, and but in the end, I can still say, um, you know, still good people. Still some good people out here. Really good people with really good things going, and YouTube is what you make it. Any platform that you own is what you make it, right? It's how you decide how you're going to move in it, and it's not a bad thing. YouTube is not bad. YouTube is just the mechanic. It's just the vehicle that is out here that people use. Okay, this person, this man, this company gave us a vehicle, and they said, put the gas in it. It's yours. We're gonna give it this vehicle to you, along with a 1099, and you make it work. And if it pays you, and we get a little cut off of it, but here's your vehicle, here's your Uber, and your Lyft, here's your 1099 form, go to work. That's what they did. They gave you a vehicle. YouTube is not bad. It's like somebody would say, but a weapon. And it ain't nothing but a weapon. It ain't nothing but an object until somebody put their finger on the trigger. It's nothing to it. It's nothing. You sit it on the table, it won't do anything. It won't move. It won't do nothing. You put that object on the table, you can load it up, put a clip in it, sit on the table, it's still nothing. It does nothing. It can't get up and move by itself. It can't do shit. It doesn't become active. activated until somebody put in the hand and pull the trigger. And that's YouTube as well. It is a sector. Is it this sector? Is it? It is the sector. It's messy. Yeah, the sector is a mess, but not everybody. Not everybody. This sector. If we take and look at this sector, it's not everybody. It's not everybody. It's not every content creator. It's not every subscriber. It's not every supporter. See, I'll tell y'all different. There's a difference between subscribers and supporters. Supporter that subscribe. It's always going to be a difference, right? So it's not a difference. I mean, it's a difference, but it's not everybody. You got some people out here that have done well. They don't involve themselves. I go to different channels in this sector, and they're doing well. It's just the messy few. And I was a part of that messy few, and I'm no longer. But it is just what it is. This, I agree with y'all. This sector it came from something. It started, it started, but not everybody. It's rooted somewhere deep. You're right, Rita. It came from a root of what it was, right? It came from a root of mess. It came from disgusting, nasty, vile things being said, and everybody was attracted. People were attracted to it to come to see what happened, what's going on, and some people became a part of it. Years later, they jumped into it, and some people just exist. They got a channel. They open their channel up, and they want to talk about everything else but what's going on in this sector, and they do well. They don't may not be not everybody wants to be the drama that sells. They just want to come out here and do what they do, and talk and engage. And they're not worried about the drama. They just want to come and share what they got going on in their world without investing in the drama. And I think I've seen a lot of channels out here like that. It's just what we choose, our appetite, what our appetite is for now. My appetite may not be where it used to be. I'm looking at different things that, seeing a lot of different things now. Um, yeah, let me see, make sure I got my chat filter on. Yeah. So yeah, I agree with you. A lot of time it's a messy sector, but we got a lot of good people here, and we got a lot of good people trying to do good things in spite of what the drama part of it. We still got good people like in the service. In the safe zone, bringing us mental health. You got Gamma bringing us life and weight loss and journey. You got Redness out here. You got Granny K Pop with her store, sharing her stuff that she has. So we got a lot of good people out here, just doing good things, right? Without it's just what people have the appetite for, and that's it. You got Beautiful Heel going to different places, and that if y'all have not seen Beautiful Heel make food from Panera Bread in different places, she says, I got Panera at home, or I got this at home. Y'all gotta check out her editing skills and stuff is still on popping. So I saw you the other day. I was watching you make your Panera bread. You actually made bread from scratch. God damn it, Beautifully Healed. Forgive me, guys. I'm like, is she actually poofing the bread too? Oh, hell no. She just not just making bread from scratch. This woman just sat here and made a loaf of bread from scratch. Not one, two loaves. And made cheddar broccoli soup. I'm like, no, she did not just went home and made a whole Panera bread. I wish see, tell y'all, people got certain things that they can do. They got skills and shit like that. See, I, I'm like, she just actually made bread. She made the little whale, y'all know. I'm like, look at this. She got the little whale with the flour. They say it to drive itself, but it doesn't. subscribers they have is 16K. When you venture out to see people that have real content have 100K, more with living their lives and being content. Yeah, but you know what? That suit them, Rita. Their 16K is what makes them happy. You know what I'm saying? Their 16K is what they're content with, and it's what, in my opinion, somebody that got 16K, and that may be their aspiration, that may be where they're happy at, that may be where they stuck their content at, and maybe there is no growth, and maybe they're not looking, and they're stuck right there. This is what the people want, this is what we're going to give them for 16K. And the 16K, remember now, just because somebody got 16,000 subscribers, doesn't mean they got 16 active people watching. Okay, I got 8,000 subscribers. How come I only get 500 views, 600 views, 1,000 views? So those subscribers can be people that come by and see you a couple times and they hit the subscription button, but they never come back by. They may drop in. I guarantee you, some out of 8,000 subscribers, I probably got probably 1,000 to 2,000 actually, probably really anytime. Then you gotta look at when YouTube come by and they start cleaning up. YouTube will come by every so often and start cleaning up. And what they'll do, they'll take the bots out, they'll take the fake subscribers out, they'll clean up your subscriber channel, your subscribers, and you may lose. And it won't only be based on people just unsubscribing, it'll be YouTube doing their cleaning method as well. I'm missing the point. I'm not sure. Okay, I'm missing the point. Let me see. Justice been on YouTube since 2011 and watched many of the CCs from start to finish, basically all across the platform. Deal with the same issues. Some people have. Yeah. Okay. I guess I am missing the point, Rita. Maybe I am missing the point. Maybe I'm missing the point. Some subscribers get a bad name from CCs and in the beginning start with the subs. In their beginning started with the sub. Probably so, yeah. Yeah, I like my food at home. Yeah, I guess everybody sees it a little differently because subscribers change, CCs, content creators change over time, and the one thing we gotta look at is that we're not going to always stay the same. You may start with a content creator, but you may not always stay with that content creator. They may change their views on something. They may act different on something. They may start to do things differently. And it's up to the content creator and subscribers to just look at. The subscriber may find something different. I may have somebody that followed me for a long time and they said, guess what, Justice? I'm just not following you anymore. And they're not mad at me. I've had people come and say in the back, you know what, Justice? I really like you. I like your content, but your content went a different way. I still support you, but I just can't follow you in this particular situation. And they may unsubscribe or they may not come, and that's clear. I may have changed up on what they may have liked before, and I may have done something, and that's just part of it. We're not going to always jail for years and years. You might find a different, like something more peaceful. What you are missing is that this sector is a spinoff. Yeah, no, I know that. I know this sector is a spinoff of Latrice. I get that. I get that, Rita. I get that. I'm not arguing. I get that. But I still say it's the umbrella may have started as messy. And I get that. I'm not disagreeing with you. But I'm saying that everybody here, I guess I'm just saying the sector could be messy, but I'm also looking as a whole that not all of it is messy. You got people, if you can look at it differently, for me personally, you have a messy side, Then you have people that just came in looking at the mess, maybe started looking in, got coming looking, but realized that's not what they want to do. A lot of people came in just being nosy, started out just as a content creator. They came as a content creator, but they just didn't know what they were going to do yet, but they were looking and checking things out, and they decided to do something different. So I guess that is why the sub is all that is why the subs are limited. Yeah, people move from yeah, I guess so. You know, I guess I'm just like I said, it's just what it is right now. You know, I realize that, you as a sub, you're not you get to change your mind. You get to change your mind for whatever reason. Content creators get to change their mind. Subs get to change their mind. You're not, if you like a person today and don't like them tomorrow, okay, you get to change your mind. People get to change up. You see what I'm saying? Everybody gets to change up. I can't, I may start one way and then I may just feel a whole different way while later. And people may not like that change. I realize that. A lot of people don't. There are a lot of subs that people that were subscribers, they like the justice that was in the shit, that was in the mess. And it tells, right? Then it tells. Uh, People that came into the channel knowing justice, and because I may have changed up a little bit, they may say, you know what, I don't want to hear Justice talk about politics. I don't want to hear Justice talk about this. I mean, I like her and everything, but I ain't down for all that. And people go away. I ain't got no, that's okay. That's happened. That's part of the life here. Um, Beautifully healed. I admire you when you were trying to be a real friend with LA. Your accomplishment in your life, says beloved. Free will, says butterscotch. Why am I trying to call you butterscotch? Yeah, yeah. So we're getting older, and you know, I don't think it has anything to do with age. Let me go back. It has nothing to do with age. It has to do with what people have the right to do, and what they, as content creators, things change in their lives, different things happening, and it just doesn't cut it anymore. Whatever reason a content creator choose not to engage or do what they want to do, what they used to do, no matter what it is. You may have a content creator that likes to cook, and all of a sudden they don't want to cook anymore. They want to go camping. Well, there is a segment of followers that were there for your cooking. They don't want to see you go camping. That ain't why they watching you. They want to see you cook. You're going to lose a amount of content creators, followers that were there for you to cook. And then you want to move on to camping. You're like, oh, I'm not cooking anymore. I'm going to go do camping. I'm going to have a life in a camper. A lot of subscribers are going to say, okay, I follow. Supporters go, okay, you know what? I like you as a person. I'm going to see how you're going to do camping. Then they're going to have a feel like, fuck, I don't want to deal with you camping. I want you to cook. If you're not going to cook, then I don't want to watch you. And they're going to go. And then you're going to get the supporters that want to see you camp because they're into camping. And now they got this young lady that camps. And now I want to see her camp. It's all about becoming authentic, standing in your truth and taking accountability for yourself. Yes, beloved, most definitely. Hey, Trisha Browser, how you doing? It's yeah. So whatever I choose to do with my channel and how I move, it's always going to be determined by me, and because I'm the one in the end, going to have to live with what I do out here, and there are supporters that are going to move and agree with me, and there's some that are going to say, hell no, we ain't going, and we don't care. And I got to be good with that. I got to be good with that. All in the end, We all got to do what's best for us, and not what. And in spite of whatever goes on, you always gotta do what's best for you, your health, your mental health. In the end, all right, because in the end, when all's said and done, you're gonna be standing there. Subscribers, supporters are going to come and go. You're going to have to live with you. You're going to have to deal with you in the end. Not anybody else. Once this shit is turned off, once I turn this off, I got to look in the mirror. I got to stand up. You ain't going to stand for me. And that's where we got to get that understanding. All right. Thank you for your support. Thank you for supporting my channel. But if something is going wrong, once I turn off this channel, I gotta face me in the end. I gotta face, I gotta, you know, you're gonna go continue with your life. You're gonna go deal with your kids. You're gonna go deal with your husband. You're gonna continue your life. My actions in the end is what I gotta deal with. I'm the one that gotta sit down and look at this thing that is actually on time, on docket, on this channel, live, sitting there. I made something that will always be out there, right? It will always be there. No, if I can wipe it clean, but somebody somehow is still out there, right? I gotta live with that. You know, it's not gonna be everything is about your subscriber or your supporters. Yeah, I appreciate the support, but in the end, just because what I'm doing might be wrong and you might be in agreement with me, and even though I know what's wrong and you know what's wrong, at some point I got to deal with that. And you might take your support away, and guess what? I got to be good with that. I got to be good if I choose to say, you know what? This ain't right. I can't keep doing this. And yes, supporters want me to do this and they are entitled to do this because they give me money, they give me this. But in the end, money can't buy my soul. Money ain't gonna save me in the end. Money is not gonna save me in the end. Ain't a bit of money, ain't a bit of gold. Nothing anybody out here is going to save me in the end. Because when it's all said and done, I'm going to have to answer for everything. Okay? I'm going to have to answer for everything. Not you. Not one supporter. Not one subscriber. I'm going to have to deal with me. Then I'm going to have to deal with the big guy in the end. Nothing else. So when people say do this because of your supporters, you supposed to do that. You supposed to do this because of people giving they support you. In the end, no, no, mm. Let's be very clear. When I appreciate the support of the channel, but if I actually say that my whole being, my pure existence is going to be for supporters, no, that's we appreciate. I come and bring this to the channel. You appreciate it. You show me support based on what I'm bringing, but that don't mean I sell me as a human in the end. If I'm doing something wrong and I realize, hey, you know what, this ain't right. I can't keep doing this, and you want to keep paying me to do wrong, then you know what, it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. It's not going to work. It's not going to work because it's not. Thank you, Tracy, for the thumbs up. Tips World sent a lucky clover. Thank you. Hey, Tips World, how you doing? Hey, Butter Cookie. Hey, Chris Ashley, what's going on? Hey, I'm Trina Monique Hearns. Okay. Alrighty, welcome Trina Monique Hearns. Beautiful friendship and hurt was seen for sure. But like I said, in the end, as content creators, we with genuine support from people that have recognizing that we're still human, even though we're content creators, we're human first. We're mothers, we're daughters, we're people first. In spite of what we come out here and do, we still people. And we all have a right to do right and change our mind and change our mind and our behavior when we need to and when we have to. Right? We have a right to do that. And even if I may lose money based on the changes I make, that has just has to happen. You know, yes, I the changes I made, you will lose because a lot of people are not going to follow you based on what you're doing new. But guess what? My peace, my soul, everything that I need to get right has to get right. Okay. Thank you, Just Geechee, for the 100. Thank you, Tips World. Now, if your critique was abroad, then your algorithm will grow. Uh, this will allow others to see you, but you are stuck here because that's the spinoff of yeah. Well, I don't know. Tips World. If I go visit other people, if I go sit and announce myself to different people, different chat, I don't go anywhere else. I go watch, but I don't make announcements to other places. I don't think I'm stuck here, Reed. I kind of disagree with you because I've seen people able to get out here and spread, but they put themselves in different places. They spread out. They talk about different things. Me, I'm not to the point where I go out and I go visit other channels and drop down and get to know other people. I think anybody has an opportunity to grow. I see different people coming in to other content creators' channels. Um, let's see. So, briefly, you said the secret to that, Justice, if you want to watch this sector from time to time, um, to create you another page, so do so that you can get out of this agony because that's what I did. So what did you and watch and visit other channels from your main page as you want to create content that you want to yeah, and that's what I see y'all doing. Because I know that I follow you guys and I see y'all got different people coming in because y'all are doing different things and y'all are reaching different people. So I see that. I see Gamma growing. I see a lot of different people, y'all doing different things, and I see the audience is different. I see your audience is different. I see more people coming in that I don't even recognize. So that most definitely I see a difference in y'all's channel, Beautifully Healed. I most definitely do. Because y'all doing different content. You're doing different things. And different people are coming in. I'm sitting there, I'm watching, I'm like, dang, I don't know none of these people. So you guys are definitely doing different things. I see it. Um, the channel names are changing. The people that we used to see in people's channel, y'all channel, are definitely growing. It's definitely growing organically and it's growing away from the people that are here. Once I go sit in Gamma Channel, I see a whole bunch of names that I don't recognize. I come in Beautifully Healed. I go in different content creators that are not on the set things anymore. You guys are getting a whole bunch of new people because you're not, you're doing different things. I literally just gained 2,000 subs in a week from my daughter video of her putting hair grease. I saw that one. I saw that. I saw that. I saw that. I saw where I saw that. That was funny. That was funny. That was so funny. You see, and yeah, cause you putting different shorts out. you're doing it, and I guess if I get more active and put more things out differently, and just if I start putting more things out that are different, and I'll probably start to get different people as well. But yeah, I see you guys growing. I see it happening. You and Gamma and different channels are growing. Y'all don't even have the names I have in my channel. Like, you know, I have to really work on my channel. I have never did it live, says beloved. Yep. And watch and visit other channels from your main. Now, Beautiful Heal, do I need to drop down and announce myself in these channels? Because I do go to different places, and I am getting different channels coming down my. I'm getting a lot of the places that I'm going. I'm getting a lot of different things coming down my timeline. Like I'm getting more camping stuff coming down my timeline now because I watch a lot of the camping videos. I don't say anything. I definitely recommend it because how you they going to know that you're there that you have a channel. Okay, because I do go different places, and I can see that the algorithm has picked up on camping, van life, and stuff like that. Because that's where I'm going a lot of the times now, is watching a lot of van life, and a lot more religious stuff is coming down my timeline. Because I guess I'm watching a lot of channels on religion. So a lot of that's coming down my timeline right now. So van life and religion, a lot of that's coming down my timeline. So I might be edging my way up out of this sector somewhat because the sector stuff is really not coming down my timeline anymore. So is that work? Is that working me out algorithm as well? Because I went as well, knowing that the stuff that's coming down my timeline is pretty consistent. Okay. So that's about right. So, because I've been watching a whole bunch of different stuff. What's your passion is where you start, says, is where to start. Just most definitely, just watching a lot of stuff that has to do with van life. And because I'm like, dang it. you know, if I could do van life, man, if I could get me a van and RV and do a little bit of camping, I would like to try that. I would like to get a camper and go camping. I've been watching. I'm just like, man, I would like to do something with that one time, at least once. Try staying in a van for a moment. But I'm like, girl, all that stuff they got to do, you should try it and film for a weekend. I thought about that. Then I thought about I'm gonna have to find somewhere. I'm probably going to go to KOA campground because man, when I see them have to set up that, I've been getting a lot of land and farming videos down my timeline. I love that life just to do too old now. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That RV life, van life. There's a lady that's doing it in her 80s. There's some people doing it in 70s, 60s, but I'm just like, man, I don't, not that I want to move into a van now, but I would like to go camping. I would love to do camping. Asheville location is dope. Girl, I'm going right down to KO campground in Somerville. The algorithm is giving you what you watch, but your content is still here. So you should start engaging in those other sector lives. Okay. That's what's happening. Okay. Okay. Because I do see that for you guys, man. I'm happy for y'all, man. I'm happy for you guys because sure enough, Gamma and Beautifully Heal and a lot of other content creators, you guys are getting away from this sector, and like I said, you see the people in the chat now is different, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. So I'm gonna work on going when I go into these lives and stuff. A lot of them are just videos, but I'm gonna try to find some lives as well and start jumping in on them as well. Yeah, but I do want to try it, Chris. I do want to try. I'm gonna get me and my puppy, and we're gonna go camping one day. But I'm gonna get me a nice. Now, see, this is how I want me a nice little camper now. I want me a glam camper. I don't want to. I don't want to rough it. Now, back in the day, I would try to. I would want to rough it. I just want to go try a camper. I don't want to rough it. I don't want to have to pee up. I don't want to use a. Yeah, Naomi does go live sometimes. I don't want to go in. I don't want to go. I just can't do porta potties, and I don't want to go. And then I don't want to have to put the damn thing up. You know how they run that line to use the bathroom. Try glamping. Yeah, I have to glamp first. I'm gonna have to go glamping first before I do rough it. I want to do van life as well, but my husband is a corporate man. Oh wow, wow, that van life is something, man. And getting a nice RV, uh, and I've seen some nice vans as well, built out as well. But I think I would want like an RV. I don't want nothing I can pull. I would want a Class C. I already looked up the Class B. No, a Class B RV. I think it's a B I would want. I think I would want a Class B. I think Class C is what you pull. Class B is smaller than the A. A is them big old ones that, hell, I'll tear up everything on the highway. But I think I want a Class B camper. Um, that's the class I would want. I would want a Class B, something small like Naomi has. Naomi has a B, and that's what I would want. I don't you just want to get out there and just if you guys watch Naomi, oh my God, what a life! She sold her house. She quit her job. She was military. She quit her job. She hated her job, and then she quit her job. And y'all, she just, man, right now I think she was in the Midwest. Y'all, just to pull up, and then she'll do stealth camping, which pull into a parking lot. But you guys, my husband always kept a Chevy RV and can customize it himself. We stay gone. All right, beloved. Kofi will definitely protect you. Yep, that's one I want to do it. I want to do it not for life. I would love just to try it. Man, you watch her, man. She was in Arizona, and just going where she wants to go. She drove into Alaska. She actually drove to Alaska. Um, and man, it was crazy. She definitely need to head back to the RV. That car is an. Oh, she has the. I think she likes the SUV because it's more rugged than her RV, and she can get more places with that SUV. Um, I think she kind of like added suspension to it because she had it weighed down so much. I think she added some better suspension to it as well. But she's awesome to watch. I got to catch up with a couple of her videos now. But yeah. So you say create another channel and watch from a different channel. Okay. She definitely need to head back to the RV. That car. Yeah, I got to catch up with her because I know she parked the RV just recently. I think she put the RV back in storage and was going to now use the SUV to travel as well. There's another lady. She's 54 years old. She has a dog with her. She's traveling as well. So, and then I follow this family from this husband and wife from out of Las Vegas. They were living in Las Vegas and they were gamblers. They were actually making money in the casino, just going live in the casino. He built those 6x9 man kites, and look at them with us. We flew kites off mountain. Okay, he built those 6x9 man kites and took them with, and we took them with us. We flew them off mountains. Okay, all right, beloved, that's some fun. I knew you guys had. Know you guys had fun, but we're gonna do something. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do something. I ain't gonna drive too far. I ain't gonna drive too far, but I'm gonna try it. I wanna try it. You know, be packing, carrying my nine, my puppy and my nine. I'm gonna be carrying my puppy and my nine. So I ain't going too far without it. I saw where camper was a busted camping in the background. But I saw where, oh, wait a minute, there was a camper who was busted camping in the background pretending. What? Wow. They was. I wonder if this was this girl. Like she was saying, there was this girl. I couldn't believe it. She would come on saying, um, there was a couple of them like van life with me and my son. She had a little boy that she was living in the van with, and then was one lady that would come on, and I don't know. You got to be careful because a lot of people are pretending to have van life and they're not going anywhere. They're just like you say, living in the backyard in the camp and acting like they're doing van life. Yep. Most of the times, so you guys just got on the road without a plan. Y'all just start driving. Nah, I gotta go somewhere. Just as they call out a few people lying about, oh, just as they've called out a few people lying about van life. Wow, wow. Just her name is LB, and her dog name is Ori. I watch her all the time. Yeah, I think that is she the 54-year-old. They didn't catch her, did she? LB, that's who I'm watching. She's 54 years old. Yeah, she got to get a little bit better with editing. She just cut shit off. I'm watching, and I finally get watching, and all of a sudden she cuts it off. I'm like, why are you doing these videos and then you just stop? But you're right. It's LB. It is LB. That's who I'm watching. That's who I'm watching. LB. Yep, yep. Yeah, leave her in the morning. Be up in the Poconos. Wow, wow. Yeah, I might give it a try. I don't know. I can't promise anything, y'all. But it's interesting. Living life through Naomi vicariously is just like uh, fun. You gotta, if y'all have not caught on to Naomi the introvert, y'all gotta catch. She's good. Her videos are awesome. Her lives are good. She is just really good. I'm going to do me a page, but not in this sector. I did all my research concerning the do's and don't of your YouTube, how to grow your channel. Okay, Rita Williams, good luck. Let us know. I like her channel. It's not drama based, most definitely. Probably cut it off for the second part, the suspense of it all. Yes, she got to stop doing that butter cookie because she loses me and I get like, man, come on, why are you cutting it off? Because she'll get going and then all of a sudden it goes and I'm like, why did she do that? I like her channel. It's not drama based, says Bullet. I'm going to do me a page, but not in this sector. How do you do? So, how do you create a page just for the sector? I guess addressing everything in it. If you do a page in this sector, that means you would have to address everything in it. I guess get content like involve people in it. A tactic. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Cause she cuts it off right then, and then I'm like left right there, and then I'm like, okay. But guys, I'm gonna get off of here. I'm gonna go finally make me a cup of coffee. I'm not sure why I haven't had a cup of coffee yet, but I gotta go get some. I appreciate you guys coming in. Thank you guys for your support. Much appreciated. Thank you, Beautifully Healed. Thank you, Rita Williams. Thank all you guys. Willett, Lee, Gamma, Seredness. Be safe on that road on your day travel or going to visit family. Anybody out here today in your ins and out. Thank y'all so much. In the Safe Zone content creators. You guys check out these content creators. We got some good stuff out here, y'all. We got some really good stuff out here, really good information. It's just what you want to do. I want to get a dog like hers. It's an Anita dog. There's a two-story name, Hachi. It's so good. Okay, the cutoff is actually a technique for suspense. Okay, because that's what she's doing. She just cuts it off. She doesn't say, I'm coming back. She just stops. And I'm sitting there going, what happened? I don't like that. It's a king size bed, says Beloved. Wow. The van had everything we needed: fridge, toilet, TV, cereal, food storage, other storage tanks, and a king size bed. That's a big RV. I got you, Will Lee, Akita. That justice. Everyone have a great day. My ex had an Akita. She had two of them. Try to lead them dogs on me. Uh, but yeah, guys. Everyone have a blessed day. Y'all have a blessed day. Be kind. Be awesome. Be blessed. And be safe out there in your ins and out. God bless. And I'll see y'all soon. Thank y'all.